My name is Devika and I'm your Techy Tantrika. Hey everybody, I hope you've been having a great week. I know I have. Toronto Comic Con just ended last weekend, and I'm actually toying with the idea of doing a comic haul next week instead of relationship advice. So if you're coming to this channel next week for relationship advice, surprise! My love for art is very vast, and I love sharing that with people, so you might just be seeing that next week after I absorb all the good comic vibes and just go through my haul myself. But this week, I really wanted to talk about something that I thought of as, or I think of as pretty serious. For me personally, this is a huge red flag when it comes to dating somebody. So let's say you are just getting to know somebody and you're IMing or texting or whatever the person. I find this happens more in this mode of communication, not so much always in talking, although it can happen in talking as well. So let's say you're talking to this person and you kind of like them, you're getting to know them, and they're all of a sudden kind of like, oh well, I think you're kind of cute, you're all right, I guess. They're kind of making a point of giving you these half-assed compliments or these backhanded compliments. For me, this is a big red flag because this kind of behavior indicates a couple of different things that are really important to take note of. When you see this kind of behavior, the person is definitely trying to control the situation. This is number one, biggest reason why I say that this is a bad idea. Do not pass go, do not collect $200 with this person. And they're trying to put a certain amount of distance between you and that person. And if you're trying to build intimacy with somebody in a relationship and they're starting it off already this way, this is telling me that this person is also not interested in really a relationship or isn't ready to get into a relationship. And also, this type of behavior often comes with a slew of other bad behaviors. Other bad behaviors including dishonesty, not wanting to allow you further in, closer to that person's life. They could be hiding something about their own self. Definitely strong insecurity. And when you think about it as well, from a communication perspective, that is such a huge part of a relationship. So if you're even concerned about asking too much about the person because they're defensive, or even later on down the road when you decide to sleep with this person, if you decide to go further down the road with this person, you also run the risk of really crappy sex. I mean, communication is such a big part of good sex. Why would you want to be with somebody you can't even have a real conversation with? So you're probably wondering what steps you can take to prevent this from happening and to maybe just in general have better dating experiences. The first step I would actually recommend to you is, and this is more of a preventative tip, make sure you actually have a list of the traits you want in a relationship. A lot of coaches use this tool in various different ways, but this tool is really helpful because you now have a positive list of the things that you know you want in a relationship, and you will hold yourself accountable to this. This helps to encourage a better relationship with yourself and more self-respect, because what happens is when you are very honest with yourself and you can say to yourself, I want somebody who's loyal, I want somebody who's caring, I want somebody who takes interest in my interests, things like this. If you can create a very personal list of that, what you're saying to yourself is you deserve these things, and you do deserve these things. So create a list like that and actually keep it with you, and you're less likely to actually try to settle for anything less than this. Understanding you deserve what you want is really a key thing with dating. And when you think about it on a statistical basis, I mean, there's like, 8 billion people in this world and you just want one, your odds are really good. The second thing I would recommend is to run in the other direction. I feel sometimes like that person watching a horror movie just saying, don't go down in the basement. Just don't go down in the basement. Just please just. And I say this because it's one of these really glaring red flags. You can honestly tell this person thanks but no thanks. If you've met them online and they're continuously being rude like this, you could honestly just stop talking to them. Or you could send them this video, and if you got this video, you might now getting the hint as to why. Which brings me to the third thing that I would recommend, the third step. Now, let's say you're somebody who gets nervous when you're getting to meet somebody. Maybe that's also why some people do this, like they're nervous and afraid to get to know another person because they're afraid of getting hurt. Maybe you're just nervous because you really like this person. This step is going to help you get beyond those nerves and really start creating a connection with the person in front of you. This will also help you vet the person faster because you'll see how interested they are in you and also how good the chemistry is between you both. And that is keeping the attention on the other person. Basically, with doing this, you want to ask that person questions about themselves and obviously listen to those and ask follow-up questions. And also pay attention to if they're doing the same thing with you. If they're interested and engaged, they'll also be doing the same thing. Not only will you get to know this person better by actually asking them about themselves, you're actually taking a step to show that you're genuinely interested. Now, I know to some people this sounds really, really obvious, but to other people who are, let's say, trying to control a situation when they're dating or just get really nervous, they have a very hard time sometimes listening to that person and knowing what to say next. My recommendation always to everybody is to simply listen, and something will come to you. Just believe that you will know what to say next to the person. Whatever they're talking about, there will always be something worth asking them about after. And they might even have a question for you, and you're going to miss that if you're not listening. So I do hope that this third really substantial step helps you out. And I do hope that, if you have had experiences with half complimenting trolls, just, remember not to take it personally. It's definitely not you. This was something they were doing way before you. So I do hope you liked this video. If you did, or if you just happen to like my videos in general, please feel free to like this video. If you have any questions about this or have any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Especially if you are concerned that you are a half complimenting troll at this point in your life. Feel free to leave any questions or concerns you have about that as well. Also feel free to personally contact me. Maybe we can talk about coaching. And also feel free to subscribe to my channel. Until next week, everybody, thank you and take care.